Hi, this is my, I think, third set review. I have another one. It's not edited yet, so I'm not sure if this is going to be number 2 or number 3 on the internet. But I actually have one that's on this memory chip, actually. But I wanted to do this one really quick. The other one's going to take a lot more editing, and I'm not sure if it turned out well. We'll see. So this is my third set review. This is a surprise set. I found it on eBay. I typed in, this has got to be well over 10 years ago. I typed in Lego old vintage and wood, and this is what I got. This Lego set is a parts pack. I just wanted the box, and when it was shipped to me, basically everything that was in the box was original. Now, again, Gary is stock. If you find him on various Lego related websites, he's done a huge historical compilation of all things Lego, going right back to the beginning of the company, and every set they've ever produced ever, and what it entails, what each and every set was, and all the various themes and all that stuff, going well back to the beginning of the company. So he has actually a plethora of information on the wooden box sets. And the wooden box sets came out, I believe, in the 60s, 50s and 60s, mostly in Europe. Not over here at all. But I could be wrong about that. I didn't actually find this one in Gary's notes. But I found out that there is a parts pack from Italy, of all places, that have these pieces in it, and it came in a wooden box. It might be in Gary's compilation now. But anyway, so this is, there's no set number. It's a wooden box. It's got the old old logo on it. You can see the balloon text, kind of cursive Lego system, and it's 100% wood. Very well made, and I was very impressed when I got it. It was actually very good condition. It's got dovetail joints, or block joints. I did actually have the clasp on here, and somehow that disappeared in my house. So, oh well. It might be in the storage unit somewhere, and I might put it back on if I ever find it. But let's open this baby up. So when you open it up, it actually tells you, it's Italian Italian writing. Servizio Ricambi 1972. It's a service pack, basically. It has a whole bunch of pieces for, I believe, trains and other assorted pieces. And I did find some of the pieces to be very, very unique, and we'll go through them now. So this is the storage trays, and again, a lot of the wooden boxes had various sets of storage trays in them. This one is kind of a standard layout, from what I understand, of what a standard wooden box looked like, and they would break off the dividers for whatever pieces they need, whatever spaces they need to hold the pieces. The reason why I thought this was a train service pack was because they came with a few of these, which you would put the 4.5 volt motor. Actually, I should have kept it out from the last, but they're right here anyway. See, they would fit right in there like that, and then you would still have access to the plugins for your 4.5 volt train. As well, I mean, these things are just, there were so many of them back in the 60s and 70s. This is how you made your long trains. This is how you made your cars with trailers. This is how you made basically anything that had to pull something. One of my favorite double pieces. They actually redesigned this piece very, very recently, and they probably made it easier for the injection molding. This piece hadn't changed up until 3 or 4 years ago. They're still producing this one, but now it's 2 flat pieces on top that the ball fits into. Equally as good, still works just as well. These ones had a tendency of breaking. I actually had a few where the one of the nubs here, you can see it's in 4 pieces, 4 parts, so it can expand when you put that in. A few of mine actually broke. One of the 4 broke, and of course then it's basically useless. So various colors: white, blue, red. This is a steering brick. When I was a kid, I actually didn't know what this was for and how it worked properly. And on the bottom of this piece, you can see that there's this little centering plastic. So when you put this thing in, and I had no idea that's what it was for. And I used to have, well, not this specific piece, but the pieces that came in the 70s that, with the trucks and stuff. This piece would always break off, and I just didn't know what it was for. But it actually recenters the wheel, so when you let go, it goes back to center. Now, seriously, how cool is that? When I found that out, and I probably was in my teens when I did, I said, that's what it's for. Oh my goodness, that's just utterly fantastic. And so you can actually see it just recentering itself when you let go. Just as like an eye-opening thing. Again, once again, showing the detail and the commitment that the Lego company put into researching and developing what pieces they wanted to give to the public. Now, this is long since discontinued. They don't even make wheelbases like this anymore. But they come up with new stuff, new and I won't say better, but new and interesting stuff for the kids today, and they all work together. And the other thing about this is, if you had, I don't have one here. If you had a 1x2 brick, which is very odd, so I'll just kind of come over here and I'll take my Brick Fet Quebec logo. I didn't actually get out there, and I feel bad about that, but I did register. I had to work that week, so next time I'd love to hang out with my friends from La Belle Provence in Montreal. So anyway, this would fit on there. Well, they changed the brick. That's not nice. They actually changed the brick. I'll have to find one of my older bricks. They put a cross connector on the inside tube, so you can't actually put it on that anymore. So this is an old brick, and you can push it right on there. So all of a sudden, when you're steering the truck, so here we go again, put this in here, you would build your cab around it, and then on top, you would put this on there, and you would actually turn it with your finger. So again, utterly fantastic that they would actually put the effort into doing it that way for kids. So I had no idea they changed 1x2 brick. I should actually look into these things. So that's this. So I have a whole bunch of, this thing came with a whole bunch of these. Oh, so this is the pieces that we got when we were kids. I've never actually seen this one before until I got this box. But this is the one that all the trucks from the 70s, or most of the trucks from the 70s would have. And they would have a 4x6 plate and a 4x5 plate where you would put it on top of here and you would build your cab and your headlight. Really, really cool stuff from when you were a kid. And it also came, this thing's sliding down. So it came with 4 base plates for trains. It came with 3 for trucks, but I believe, so you can build your trucks. And this is what they call a service pack. So up here, in this compartment here, really cool things. Again, this is why they call it a parts pack. The original 4.5 volt lights. And there was 4 of them in here, and all 4 work. I don't have the battery set up to show you, but all 4 worked. And like not even touched, no scratches or anything. And then what really surprised me is the old lights. Now I think I might have shown you in a previous video, but if not, I'll haul them out later maybe. These things plug into a 2x4 clear brick that has the ability to plug in wires and the old 4.5 volt lighters, and they would light up. So there's 4 of them. So not only do you have the newer style 4.5 volt lights, but you have the older style 4.5 volt lights. And I thought, I mean, that's just fantastic. So things are still in the baggies. I don't think I've opened up any of these baggies because I got a billion of these tires. This is just a basic rubber, for the tires of the era. I don't have any. Oh, they even gave 4 packages of the bigger black tires. Again, still in the package. Again, I was surprised. I only wanted a box. That's what I won on eBay. I don't believe it said anything about the internal stuff, but it just showed up, and it was exactly. You can see the paperwork up here. Everything that's in the paperwork was in the box. So, and even the newer style tires, newer in a relative sense, the small tires that came with the fire trucks and the fire and all the police stations at the time. So the doubles and the singles. I didn't own too many white brick tires. I own lots of black brick tires, but having more white ones is always kind of cool. And so a bunch of those. Just regular arch bricks. Again, still in the baggie. Never been used since 1972. 1972. I was 5 years old. These bricks have not been out of the baggie since 1972. Stunned. So, these things are very unique. These are the original bushings. The original bushings technique. Well, we'll call it technique, but they didn't call it that at the time. The cross bushings, but they plugged into the original train motors. Not this one, but the other train motors where you can actually put the axle through. Really, really cool. And I got a whole, again, not even out of the container. And so this is going to impress some of you out there. Milky white axles, because that's what they used in the early 70s. I got my first axles. And there's a little black race card. I can't even remember the set number, but I got it for Christmas in 1970, probably 77. I might have been at the old house. We moved in 79, so it might be 77, 78. Anyway, I had the 2x4 brick with all holes in it, kind of like they have now. Well, again, relative sense, they don't make that brick anymore. And then the axles. And they're a little more flexible than the black axles we have now, but they're Milky White. The same, I think it's the same material that they made the antennas, the Milky White antennas at the time. And as well, they also have, and this is, I really want to open one of these up. I thought I did, and they're not in there. They have a plug-in to go into. I'm actually just going to open one of these up. People are going to scream on the internet, no! This is cool. So this thing goes in here, just like the old tires would, but this thing has a cross axle on it. Look at that, it has a cross axle. So I'm actually mic'd, so I'm going to take off the mic for a sec. Just give me a sec. Put the mic back on. I hope this is my first time working with the mic, so I'm not sure if it's working or not, but whatever. So if you have this steel piece, and you can see it's got a cross, you can put it through here. Right, so it goes into there. So it's now on here, and you can put this on here. And all of a sudden you get the tank treads, which I actually use them in a thing, but you get the tank treads, and all of a sudden you have a bulldozer working on these things. I mean, seriously, utterly fantastic. How they, even in the 70s and the 60s, they got this stuff to work like this. So don't want to lose that. Yeah, don't be like comic book man. Aquaman can remember Wonder Woman. I am not comic book guy from The Simpsons. I don't mind opening up stuff that's mint in container, but if I don't have to, I won't. But I don't go out of my way not to. And the train heads are going to be, I won't say jealous, but it came with the rubbers. They came with the rubbers for the tires for the original train, well, all the 4.5 volt trains. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's a latch right there. So latch is already in here. There it is. There's a latch. It's supposed to go right there. I'm missing the nails. But anyway, so I kept it in here. So the original rubber, oh, there's one of the nails. What was that? See, if you put this thing on the shelf for so long, you forget what you've done. And that's my only excuse. I mean, I put this thing up on the shelf after I got it from eBay just because I wanted the box, and it has these wonderful parts in it. And I thought, oh, I'm just going to keep that separate from the rest of my collection. But yeah, so here's the train rubbers for the wheels. So it doesn't slip on the track, and the old 4.5 volt track, because some of the track was smooth and the tires would just slip. On the new 9 volt and now the Power Functions trains, they put a little groove in the wheel, and they put a little washer, a rubber whatever, same thing as this, except it's just a little round thing. I don't know which way's better. These are for the old wheels, and the new ones work just fine. I used to love trains. I used to be right into the 9-volt trains, but when they discontinued the 9-volt line, I just, whatever. I'm gonna go be in space now. So anyway, so I got all of those. So again, from the top, I was so impressed when I got this, and it's been on a shelf here. I haven't really, you see me open a few baggies today, but most of them are sealed. Because I have these, I don't bother taking these ones out. I have lots of arches. It has the 1x6 arches and the 1x8 arches. So, and it all corresponds to what's up there. And I was just like, wow, I can't believe that all came here. I've taken a few pieces out here and there. It does have train wheels that I've removed for whatever I was using at the time. It does have the tank treads, the original rubber tank treads. Again, I have those around here somewhere, but I took them out for using somewhere. So again, I'm not afraid to use this stuff, but if I don't have to, like, I don't think I'd ever use these because I got 50 of them in my collection, so why would I take them out of here? So I try to keep this thing as static as possible, not for resale, but just, when I'm at a show, I can show people, look, this is what they used to do back in 1972, and even before. But overall, I got it because of the box. The box is really cool, and I'm very happy I got this. I mean, there's a price tag on here. I can't even read it anymore. It says $135. Okay, that's a little bit wrong. It did not cost me $135 in eBay. I don't think it cost me $10 in eBay at the time. I think the guy was just dumping it, like I'm dumping my instructions right now. But again, there's no graffiti on it. It looks great. It's here. I'm happy I have it. And if you drop me a line and you're at one of our future shows and you want to see it, I'll bring it. Other than that, it'll stay on the shelf here until I make another video about it. So anyway, I hope you like this one. I don't have an actual set number. There was no actual set number on the piece of paper in here. It just has Italian in 1972 on it. That's all it says. And I couldn't get much more information other than that, but all the parts that are in the list here were actually in the box, and I was impressed by that. Hope you liked it. I'm going to do another one, but I'm trying to get both these now. I'm behind 2 now, so I'll get both of those online, and I'll talk to you later. Take care.